Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November the 1st to November 15, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, November 4 to 5, we will be able to see the Taurus meteor shower that will radiate from the constellation of Taurus. And November 14, we will have the full moon, the second supermoon for 2016 out of 3 supermoons. The first one was October 16. So the moon may look slightly larger and brighter than usual. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer viewers to have love in their life, and I want them to find themselves having creative success and also striving towards personal growth, spiritual growth, and to find themselves on their highest path towards their highest destiny, because I want you to be able to fulfill your destiny while here on earth. Oh, jumper. Okay. So for my dear Cancer, the first half of November 2016, what's in store for you? Okay, we'll see. Just tune in a little bit. Okay, so this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the first half of November 2016, but whenever you watch this is probably exactly the right time to see it. Okay, so the first card for you, Cancer, is the Emperor. So the Emperor, it's someone that can take control, put out boundaries, telling people like where they draw the line in the sand. So it's like having that you put a space around yourself and you kind of watch it. You see the person has an armor, and he's also watching out for 2 children there. So it's kind of, you are a water sign, Cancer, and you are one of those signs that has a shell. So it's kind of indicated here that you need this shell to take care of your inner child, inner children, inner personalities that you have. So, and it seems like it's in the past, so it seems like it's something that you have been working on and that you might have been able to actually do, to put up some boundaries for yourself and to define where you end and the other person begins, and what you want with your life, because the Emperor is very clear on what he wants and what he doesn't want. So it's a very good card. It's Aries. So for some of you, you might have an Aries person. This is also usually the depiction for someone's kind of soulmates, or the person that you're supposed to be with. And he comes here in the past. And for any of you, male or female, it's like working on your masculine skills, like being able to put up a goal and reach it, have boundaries, define what you want and go for it, even if it's like you meet resistance in the surrounding. And it's also being a leader, like taking the leadership role in your different situations at work, in a relationship, in family, and so on. Maybe people need your guidance. So, and the next card is Knight of Cups, the jumper that we had. So it might be that you have an Emperor in your life that's coming to you with some kind of offering. This can also be you, of course. Knight of Cups, it's try to remember. It's either Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Scorpio is King of Cups. Oh, it's any one of those. So is presumably you. No, you are the Queen of Cups. So this is Pisces, King of Knight of Cups. And so anyway, it's like a person also armored, but it with silver instead of stainless steel, as we saw with the Emperor. So it seems like he has evolved a little bit, and he's also holding the Holy Grail here in his hand. This one is holding like the uh, also the whole divine feminine here. The Holy Grail seem to also be the divine feminine. So you see it's like the cylinder. I don't know, not cylinder. It's a ball. Sorry. And here's the symbol for from Egypt, how to heal and resurrect. So a lot of responsibility, and it's the power symbols here, and he has the Holy Grail, and no one knows that those symbols are for the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is, if I can show you the picture I have in my head with words, it's universe. It's universe, it's atoms, it's everything that's there, everything that's tangible, everything that is. And the male energy, it's what's moving within the waters, kind of what moving in the universe. The divine feminine is the bow, and the divine masculine is the arrow, the thing that moves things forward. It's development. So they are having like the divine feminine in their hand, and they are about to do something with this for the future. It's in their hands to move the development forward. And this is like an offering to you. It might come from an Aries person or a Pisces or your soulmate, kind of. And it can also be you working on your masculine skills and coming out with an offering to someone else. So we'll see what's going on here with you. Oh, 21 worlds, see there, the divine feminine. 21, it's the last card in the major arcana, so it's like ending, it's like graduation, it's like you have reached the top, and it's again with this soul connection. So the people that you are with now, or that you have been here in the past, is probably the like your soul family, or you have met your soulmate. That can be the case. 21, it's 2 plus 1, it's 3, it's the Empress. So you see the abundance of nature, you know, the abundance of universe, how great it is, like it has no ending, kind of. And the world is the same, as long as human doesn't contradict that. And the world is very abundant. It wants to like multiply, and if we didn't have humans on Earth, the big flocks of animals would go in like thousands and thousands and thousands, and there will grow trees everywhere if not the elephants and big herds of animals will be taking it down. So the nature is very abundant, and universe is very abundant. There's a very richness, and we human beings need to be wise enough to take care of that richness, like being the gardeners on earth instead of her excavator or explorer, or it's like we have done this for a while. We have been like teenagers on earth, running around being like pioneers, watching, like excavating her, finding out her secrets and everything. And now I think the pendulum movement has gone like as far as it can go, and now it needs to go back like to something more in tune with nature, if we shouldn't like take off the arms, the branches that we sit on, the arms of this tree. So it's something really profound that you are doing here. It's something with soul connection, working together with others, to make something beautiful, it seems. And it's like you're on top of things, with both the Emperor and this World card. The Knight of Cups is a more like humble being. He's in the service of things. He wants to serve. So it's those two cards is more about leadership, and this is more about serving. Oh, here we have a Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is some kind of anxiety that you have, and some kind of worry, some kind of cruelness that you are doing against yourself. It's like it's Gemini. It's like you have two people in your head, an accusation and someone accusing you and you. So it's like going back and forth like this. Why did you do that? Well, I did it because of, well, I know you did it because of, and you go on back and forth, like in your head. And it can also be like problems you have because you have been working on something that seems very profound. And I understand its importance. It seems very like, when you have got something that you really want to keep. And this can be how you worry at night that you can't keep this thing that you have had. Nine of Swords could be like this, what you're thinking, planning for the future, and how you're worrying that things will go wrong. And I would prefer if you stopped thinking so much and stayed with your body, because your thoughts are very, very powerful. And you don't want to create from place of anxiety, because then you're going to create a future that's full of this, like an abundance of this, because this is how the law works. What you are thinking of is becoming what you are living in. So I prefer if you stop with the thinking and try to, every time you caught yourself with thinking this obsessively, try to stay in your body instead. Try to feel the hurt that your thoughts have made in the body. It's the body can't, your subconscious and your body can't make a difference between what you think and what actually is. It's the same thing for the body, and it's the same thing in fact everywhere, because we are living in something you can be mindful of. So you can't say that what you are looking at is real. It might be a thing of your mind. So your mind is really powerful. You need to understand this. So your thoughts, whatever you're thinking, is going to affect your reality. So try to stay in your body when you're hurt like this. I don't want you to create some troubles for yourself further ahead, especially when you have created this wonderful thing for yourself. But it's usually like this. If we have built up something beautiful, we start to take it for granted, and we are thinking like, oh, was this everything I could create? And also we can start being fearful for losing it. So either way, it's you need to stay in your body, and this is the staying in your body. If you can feel the hurt, if you can feel it, you're also giving it attention. And when you give something attention, that is the light of your mind. Your mind is like a sun. It's your soul. So if you put the light of your mind into where it hurts, it will heal. It's very beautiful. And the blockage that you have made with your thoughts or actual happenings, this looks like very much only from your thoughts as of yet. It will heal the damage that is done with the blackness of your thoughts that has scared up your system, scared your body. And this can also be a martyr person. Maybe you have someone that really takes care of you and really like does everything for you. This emperor that's in your service, kind of. If you're either you're a female or a male, this could be like a person taking leadership, responsibility in your relationship. Maybe you're starting to be like a martyr and want more and more and more of this. So be mindful of that too, because a person that's loving you and giving you everything they have, they are doing it like on free will. But when you're starting to demand it from them, they might start to pull back. So be careful. Usually when you are in a relationship that's really like giving a lot to you, you can be like in contact with your original wound. You can remember like how it were in your earlier relationship that might have hurt you, or your first family, your original family, and you want to heal that wound. So you will feel, even if everything is all right in the relationship or what kind of situation you are in here, everything is all right, you can still start to feel hurt and start to feel like you are in panic, and it's because you have found like a situation where you can heal your original wound. So you will start feeling like feelings that's not belonging in this situation. they are not coming from this situation, they are coming from something that have happened to you before, like how people have treated you before, or how they have told you that you weren't good enough, or you didn't get the attention that you needed. So it's like you are starting to suck this out of this situation, and it's, in one way it's good. It's like you are in a situation which you can get healed from. You can be healed in this situation because you have, it seems like you or someone else have like a, it can be like either way. This could be you granting this to someone that's a bit martyr, or it could be someone else granting this to you being a bit of a martyr. So it can go either way. You choose, it's, we are in the world of opposites, so you will choose one of the polarities. And when you are in this situation that you feel that you can get healed in this situation, just feel the feelings of it. Don't blame the other person so much for what's going on inside of you. Try to maybe tell, like, oh, I'm feeling, I have a lot of pain in me today, and it's nothing that you have been doing. I think I'm healing from a past wound that I have had. You are being so nice to me, and I'm not used to this, so I think I'm healing in this situation, but I feel a lot of pain, and I think it's from this past situation which were bad. So I will take a few hours, and I will lay in my bed, and I will just feel the feelings and let it go through me, and be healed. So you can get understanding from this, but you need to be awake. You need to be like within your attention, so you don't think that this person is the one to blame, and you are starting to become like a person that's trouble to have a relationship with. Okay, and here we have a 5 of Cups. So okay, for some of you it could be, of course, an ending of a relationship. The 21 World card, it's like when you graduate, you are on top, you have done something that was like tremendous. It seems here like you have done something like in the service of the divine. So you might have also you have been very powerful, maybe in a relationship or a situation, maybe at work or in your family relationship, friendship, where you needed to like take care of yourself, the divine feminine, like your body, what's within you, and you might have like put out boundaries towards other people, and that have made you now alone and in pain, because this is what we do. We don't want to put out boundaries to the people we love because we fear this feeling of being alone. But for those of you that have this kind of situation, I say congratulations to have been doing this work, and also now it's time to take this hurt which you have tried to avoid probably your whole life, and you have tried to like compromise yourself to be someone else, and you also met persons that like matched this kind of compromise that you made, so you couldn't ever be kind of like happy in that situation because you didn't show your true self. So now it's time for you to heal the thing, like this gap between the true you and what you have like acted from. You have maybe acted from a place of compromises, and then you didn't. And now you need to heal from all those, the gap between. You have been avoiding this for quite some time because you knew that it was going to be hurtful, and now it is. So, but it's not no going around this. You need to go through it, and it's through pain we are going to get enlightened here on earth. And the pain is only energy, it's only vibration, it's like a birth canal. So you need to go through it to come to the next level. It's no going around, it's only right through it. So you need to do it, and you seem to be well equipped for doing it. So you can see it can be different situation for different people. So the next card for you underneath the Emperor is the Lovers. So it seems like love is still there anyway, and the Lovers is a card of it's the magnetical pull we have on each other. It's attraction. It's like you are attracting the kind of person that you have within that you want to wake up. Sometimes we feel like a person we are meeting they are so attractive and they are so wonderful in every way, but the things that we feel are wonderful with them is usually the things we have within us that might be dormant. You meet a person that's very witty and have like a beautiful way of moving and talking with people, like really free and like without anxiety, and this is you on the inside when you have healed this. So usually we are attracting like what it is within us but might be dormant, and also we are attracting things that could match our wound really well. So if we are fearful of being abandoned, we'll meet people that will abandon us. So we can be mindful of our fear of being abandoned. So this is how it works, and we have been very scared about having pain. We are fearful of having pain, and people are saying, I can't bear this pain. And of course, pain is painful, but it's not really the enemy that it has been put out to be. We are very we are like protecting our children from pain as well, through like not telling them everything, and this is making them feel that the pain that they are feeling, and you are saying, well, it's no problem, it's going to fix itself, and they feel like on the inside that something is terrible wrong. And when you are telling them that there's nothing to worry about, everything will go just on its track, and mommy and daddy is so happy with one another and things like that, just go and play, then we are like keeping them from having this warning system in their body. We are telling them that this warning system has failures, that it doesn't work. What you see and what you feel is not true. Mommy and daddy is perfectly fine. We have never made an argument ever. And the children learn to not trust their instincts and to trust this pain. So we are so afraid of this, instead of opening up and like talking with each other. But here is the love, and love and pain is not as far as from each other as we can believe. They are very, very in the same boat, you can say. And when you meet someone and you fall in love, that's when the work begins. It's not like in the fairy tales and they lived happily ever after. It's not this way. It's like now your work begins. You need to like talk with the other person. Communication is very important, to talk and talk and talk until you are like matching up a little bit better. And you see the angel here, it's like kind of that this was meant to happen. You were meant to meet each other, but it was not there to only make you happy, but also for your personal growth and your spiritual growth. So it's a beautiful, beautiful card, and it comes underneath the Emperor, so it seems like everything is still okay in some way. And underneath the Knight of Cups, and besides the Lovers, we have Seven of Wands. So it seems like someone is resisting love here. It seems like the love is coming in, like the energy here, and this person is kind of saying, no, I don't want to, let me be, I run away. And it's a bridge here also, indicating that a bridge is being made between people, but this person is reluctant to go with this flow, and it can be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Sometimes this person is the one that indicates that you are learning to say yes and you are learning to say no, and sorting between the things that you do want and the things that you don't want. So just because someone comes and offers you love, you might not want to have it because of some situation, or maybe this person has a personality which you can't prefer, even if you love them. Maybe they are really sucky on taking responsibility or something else. So this is kind of you sorting, but it can be that you're in a relationship where someone is kind of defending themselves against love, because they subconsciously know that when you fall in love, also the work will be gone, and they are fearful of this work which they need to do. And here we have a Two of Wands. So Two of Wands comes underneath the World card here, and with this person resisting. And two wands is sometimes it's like a stop with the energy. It's like two wands on each side. Maybe they have different opinion about this, and it can be like, again, with the Gemini, like going back and forth. You don't know what to choose, you don't know what to do. It could be like a silent between two people as well. Something might have ended with a World card, like a cycle was complete, and here you're standing and don't know what to go next. So Two of Wands is like a halt. It's like divine timing, and this is actually the card for divine timing. So it's like something you are waiting for to happen. Maybe you are waiting for the divine to work behind the scenes to make things happen. Or it can be like, yes, you know, synchronicity, it's sliding doors. You need to be on the right place and exact the right time, and it's just falls into place usually, but it's like a time of waiting for you until all those things is falling into place. And for some of you, it will be like a person, either you or another, resisting love, doesn't want to have this offer, scared to death about this. Oh, it just continues. I hear we have Nine of Swords here, and we have Nine of Wands here. So Nine of Wands is again like this, with boundaries. What we saw with the Emperor, like being able to put up rules for other people. Yes, you can come into my house, but you need to take off your shoes. Or yes, I can be together with you, but I want to be treated like this and this and this. And it's also sometimes we are very fearful about people because we have been in a situation where we have been hurt, and we might be a bit fragile, so we don't want to get hurt again. We are not so brave, so we can take this hurt. We are kind of putting a line in the sand, so nobody can come in and nobody can come out. You can't connect with other people because you have in this fear of being hurt, in this fear of being manhandled, in the fear of being abused, used, taken advantage of, or people will like fool you. So it seems like it's two people here, or it might be like you are leaving a very good situation, and but I feel more like it's two people, like one is resistant and fearful, and the other one is like rather brave and like okay with the situation. So here we have an Ace of Pentacles. So it's kind of that this person that's very fearful, or your fears, may have a chance to actually like graduate, as the 21 World says, because this is the gateway. This gateway you usually have after death or 21 World. So it's kind of a leveling up where you have a chance to mature and go to the next level. So what you need to do is to be more brave with your fears and your pain, and kind of take things as it comes, not be so anxious for the future and what the future will hold, and all these thoughts about what can happen, and like crying over things that doesn't really exist. They might exist in the future, or they might have been there in the past, but in the now you need to be more in the now, like what's happening in the now. You just need to deal with the things that's here and now, and the things you can solve now, you solve them, and the things you can't solve today, you solve them tomorrow, or whenever it's the divine timing for solving this problem. This time will come. So good leaders, like the Emperor here, they are usually like kind of stalling important decision because they want to see how time evolves, like how things are evolving. So there's nothing wrong with like waiting a little bit longer to solve an issue, because more things may reveal itself, so you will know what will be the right next step to do. Yes, okay. So, my beautiful Cancer, we'll see what's going on here with you in the future. This was the now, and it seems like someone is really protecting themselves against something. It's very fiery here in the middle with 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. And it's all the wands that's kind of protecting yourself against other people. And you have the Lovers and kind of an offering here of leveling up, like taking the relationship maybe to the next level. So it's something that only you know what it is that you are doing here. Fireful resistance against love, it seems for me. Okay. So in the future we have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess, she is also like the Emperor. She's very, she has these rules a lot with how people, she doesn't have so many rules. She's very much in the now, but she doesn't have like kind of an impulse control. She is acting very truthfully, straight from her source. So she can be like slapping you on the cheek one time and petting you in the next. Whatever you say to her or how she feels, she will just react it out because she acts straight from her source, straight from her soul, you can say. And she's very, she's in full respect of herself, and she believes in everything that she feels, everything, every impulse that comes to her, she trusts it. So she's very not like a human being. She's sitting here like in the Matrix, kind of. You have the universe here, and this is what has been created, and the moon. She has the moon everywhere, so she's very into this with her subconscious, and to take every lead that comes to her mind or to her feelings. So she's very in contact with the divine, more so than with humans maybe. And this is kind of a person that doesn't fear their feelings. On the contradiction, they are doing the exactly the opposite. They are like really taking their feelings seriously. It's like this is how they communicate with the world, with themselves, with their soul. So she has the white pillar and the black pillar, and so she doesn't really sort between good and bad, because she's not of this earth, kind of. She's not in 3D, so it's not this with contradiction so much anymore, but she's like the full her. She's in her full strength, in her full being, like in full authority, full respect. In 3D it might be hard to develop to this state. Some of the children born without impulse control may have a really great contact with their intuition, so they might be like closing in to the High Priestess, but she is like out of this world. But you can borrow certain traits from her, like being in the know of what you are feeling and acting upon it, and also not being in fear of your own feelings. So okay, the next card I have for you is Four of Swords, and it comes underneath the Knight of Cups and this Seven of Wands. So it's kind of someone has been granted a beautiful offer to someone else that have resisted it, and it's kind of a Four of Swords is like kind of a truth. It's no war, but it's no talking either. So it's kind of those moments where the cow lays in the grass and kind of digests the grass that they have been eating. So it might be like, again, with this divine timing, that things might need to like develop. Maybe you're waiting for another person to get this aha moment, like, okay, they weren't out to get me, they were actually there to love me. Because it seems like one has made a very beautiful offer and the other one is scared to death about it. And maybe they need this time. You see how they have been fighting to protect themselves from situation like this, and now they are faced with yet another of this fearful situation. And she carries yellow. Yellow is solar plexus, so it's kind of protecting your ego, protecting yourself. It's very 3D. It's like we have the ego to see to that we are protecting our body so it might survive. But we have come to such a development in our as humans that we don't need this anymore. It's more causing us a bit trouble. We need to have an ego enough to that we don't like give unconditional love to people that's only taking. But it's need to be balanced with things, and Four of Swords is where balance, but it's also a situation where nothing happens. It's kind of the Two of Wands, but it's not as the Two of Wands is more like, well, I can do without you. I'm very strong, and I will prove myself. I will prove I can live without you. So it's like two people trying to prove to the other that I don't need you, kind of. But this is more like both people are very aware that they need each other, but they don't say it because they are too tired, they are too exhausted to try to develop the relationship further, because it has been like, it has taken the toll of them. You can see this in this woman. She's very tired, and she's frowning with her little face there because she's using her last energy to kind of keep herself up and doing what she's doing, putting away the swords. And here you have a 7 of Pentacles. So I know that you, Cancer, before you have been waiting for something, and it seems like it might be like that you have been, that what you have been waiting for is still like not there. So it's like still this waiting for the right moment, for the other person to not be so scared anymore, for you to be able to level up, like in whatever situation you're in relationship, in your career or whatever. 7 of Pentacles, it's kind of a situation where nothing happens. It's it seems like this person that might have given the offer has been more like they are going back to themselves, like, I know what's right, I know what I want to do. And it's like kind of retracting into themselves here. And it's not longer this positive, outgoing energy that we have here. It's more like withdrawing into your shell and waiting for a better moment, because this person is maybe hurting too, you know, giving and giving a lot to another person that's kind of refusing their love. It's very hurtful. So it can be that this offer is slowly being withdrawn because this first person don't see the kind of development that they want to see. So it can be an offer in any kind of situation. So you use your imagination. It can be in your work, in your relationships, whatever. And here you have the Fool card. So the Fool is a brave person. It's a person also without impulse control, you can say, and they are very young. And so they don't know what fear is. And many like people that have been really like enlightened, they become this person again, maybe with more of impulse control, but they are like not fearful, and they are very trusting in whatever situation, because they have grown into a being that's very like in tune with now. And whatever comes, they feel like they are going to be well equipped to meet that situation. So they don't fear the future anymore. They only take what is now. And here you have a white little dog, a loyalty, and a white rose, and best intentions, and a rucksack here, or kind of a, yeah, some kind of sack that contains the things from the past. So he still carries this with him. So it's kind of an indication of, this is the Fool cards. It's the first card of the Major Arcana. This is the last card of the Major Arcana. So this is when the travel begins, and the Fool doesn't really know all the hardship they will go through. You know, we have your plan like this, and we have God's plan that's like, you can go so and so, and here you fall into a really pit and a swamp, and it's hard to get up, and you really struggle, and you fall again, and it's like this, a lot of things. So this person doesn't really know about the hardship and doesn't really care, because they are in the now. And if you should worry for everything that will happen, you wouldn't be able to move ahead with your life. You should be struck down, like lying in the bed like so. So sometimes it's better to just take things like as they come, here and now, without fearing the future so much. Live in what the situation, whichever it is, and try to take things one step at a time. And here you have an 8 of Wands. So both the Fool and 8 of Wands together, it's very good. It's like things are going to solve, things are going to move forward. It's like a person that have been very fearful are finally ready to do the jump, you can say, to actually start living. And this is the card for resolving issues, also resolving past mistakes or misunderstandings, and being more on the same page. It's also it can be like falling instantly in love, and it's like Cupid's arrows, but it's also spiritual energy. You see the resemblance to this 7 of Wands, like when you refuse this, and it's not something that you should refuse. It's like with your feelings, they need to be there, and you just take the impulses out of it, and be with it, because sometimes this energy can be very tiresome, because it's heavy. It's kind of like high vibration energy that your body may have trouble to digest, so you can feel very tired, but it's promising like a very great tomorrow, and for you to be able to level up. So it's a beautiful ending to this spread. It might be that this person that gave the offer in the first place might have been really tired now, and that the other person that has been resisting it's now like taking the responsibility and acting. So this is how it seems from my point of view. Okay, so I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see what's going on here. You can have some additional advices. Okay, we have the Ringmaster of Scrutiny and the Shadow Queen. So I think this is for this person. It's like they are looking for problems, kind of trying to like see problems and see where it's going to be problems. So it's not a very positive outlook on life. In the same time, it's very good to be able to see things like really clear, and to question things like, this is what I see. Is this what I get also from you? So it's both sides, but it's like this fear is always in the way for our creation, our creativity, our happiness. So if this person can see things clearly without having so much of doubts and fear, like just because you see something, you don't need to fall into this or to protect yourself like this. You need communication, is what I feel, like telling openly what is. This is what I see. This is the assumptions I go with this. Is this right or am I wrong? And talk and talk and talk and talk. That's a good thing. To not only go around seeing things, and being suspicious, but not ever addressing the issue. So here we have a Shadow Queen, and that's acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So it's kind of a situation that you are in with kind of the hermit. Like you need to go in the subconscious and really find out what's going on there. So you will get like to the bottom of things or see things more clearly. So this is using your mind to sort out the things, like, why am I this sad? Why am I this fearful? What is it that I'm fearing? Like, stay with yourself and have patience with yourself to actually do this work, and to go deep within your subconscious. So you're on a kind of a train track here. So it seems like you are going somewhere that's destined. It's like this, what I said, that you need to go through the darkness. It's like a birth canal, and it's like it's a destined road for you. So I'll take cards for you from the past life oracle card as well. That was the ones, I guess. Okay. So what you're experiencing here and now, like all the difficulties that you're going through in life, is there for you. It's like lessons in school. You're going in school, and here's a graduation, and here's a gateway to a new beginning, and here's the new beginning. So lessons and blessings. The troubles will never end. We are here to face troubles. Troubles are what is on earth. We have a lot of problems. But what we need to do is like take them one at a time. And the thing that's so beautiful is when we have solved those problems, and we can be happy about it, and we can see like how resourceful we are, how good we are in solving problems, and also sorting among problems, like which problem do you need and which don't you need. So also like how much responsibility you want to take of things, how much work do you want to take upon yourself, how little or how much problems do you want to have. It's different for different people, but we're here to learn things, and we are learning through our opposites, to living in a communal living in a society, and people are trying to like protect themselves against other people, because other people is problems. It's difficult. If you can live like on your own, like on a mountaintop somewhere, you wouldn't have so much problems, yes, but this is like avoiding your lessons and your blessings. Sometimes you need to do this if you're going through a certain development in your life and you're very fragile, so you might need to withdraw a little bit from people and doing a lot of work within yourself. So it's nothing wrong with that, but eventually you need to go back out to the society again, and start to live again, because living alone on a cliff is not going to make you happy, and it's not going to evolve you. So it's like, yes, you can rest for a while, but not forever. And here you have the orphan. So the orphan is a person that feel that they haven't got support in life and they need to take care of themselves. So it might be this issue that this person is being very protective of themselves, because they have learned that they need to take care of themselves, and they might not be ready for someone else to take care of them or to open up to people. So if you meet a person that's like this, or you are like this, it will take time, but the time is now. The time is now to address this and feel the pain of this person, and let it like transform into something else, to light, instead of being this shadowy block, like what you are fearing, how you're fearing that the past will repeat itself in the future. And when you fear this, of course this will happen, because it's like how the law of attraction works. What you think of, what you put most of your attention into, will actually be what's happening in your life. But everything that's happening in your life is not that you have created it. It's kind of testings that we are being put through. And maybe we have decided for those tests before we came here to Earth. But when we are here, they are just coming to us like problems, like things we need to solve, things we need to do. And they are going to make us like more complete persons. We are going to grow out of them and be more and more of ourselves. And we are here to find out about ourselves, who we are and what we are doing here, and learning about ourselves and our surrounding all the time. So it's not for sissies, this life. I think we are really brave to be living here in this world, and it's a lot of problems, and it's like a military boot camp, something like that. And when we think that we finally have got something beautiful, the problem starts, and it's time for more work. So it's just to accept it and to go with it, and take what problems you have in the now, solve them, and don't build up a tower for yourself of problems, because this will only make you fearful of the future. Okay, so take really good care, and I'm also very thankful for all of you watching, liking, and subscribing to my videos, and also for you making beautiful comments that make me get a lot of hope for humanity. You are working so hard to find out more about yourself and why you are here, and it's very beautiful for me to see. And also, I hope to see you again in the middle of November. So take really good care. Bye bye.